Friedman. Tell everybody a little bit about what the restaurant is, because it is really unique.
It is.
The culture, the menu, and then you.
Well, thank you. But you know, the thing is, I think people don't understand what South African cuisine is.
Tell me.
You know, people will think, what is South African food? You know, I mean, I don't want to go there because I'm not familiar with it. But when you think about what happened in South Africa many, many years ago, the Dutch formed what was known as the Dutch East India Company. So that was the company that you had to pass through when you came from the East going to the West. So what happened when India became known as the spice route from the East to the West? We got all the Indian spices coming down there.
Hold on. We have a prop.
Yes. Fantastic. Let me show you. I love it.
History lesson.
Okay, you hold that and I'll show you.
Hold it.
Right. So here down at the very bottom is what was known as the Dutch East India Company. This was formed by the Dutch. This is so cool. So all the spices came down from the East. So we have a lot of Indian spices, curries and cardamom and stuff like that. So yeah, so thanks to the Indians, we really came with a lot, and sauciness. You see, that's where that comes from,
We're
right?
all saucy, doesn't matter where you come from.
That's right, that's right. And we even have our own, we make our own hot sauces and seasonings and so on. And so what began there was a kind of a migration of different countries for the natural resources like uranium, platinum, zinc, copper, gold, diamonds. So the British came down, of course, and then they colonized the area. The French were kicked out of France. They were known as the Huguenots, and so they came down there. So we have the French, we have the British, we have the Dutch, we have the Indian, plus the Portuguese on the east coast of South Africa. So there's a lot of different countries that make up South African cuisine. Do not get confused about what you think it is, because it's just like Houston. It's a melting pot of different cuisines. And I never been to school, never been taught, have no culinary background, don't look at recipes, create these dishes from what my experience was eating them back in South Africa many years ago. So yes, so that's it. You're coming to the spice route of Southern Africa, formed by the Dutch East India Company. So come on out. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy the flavors. You're going to love the sauces. I don't overpower my dishes because I want you to taste everything. So so that makes things a lot different when it comes to the cuisine.
Interesting.
Because you will not taste this food anywhere else in the city of Houston. In fact, I'm going to say you won't taste this food anywhere in the U.S.
It's really interesting because I didn't even know all of that. Like, I didn't know how international, transactional almost of a region it really was. So many influences. And so that does give it the unique taste.
Yes, and then you also have all the different black tribes. You've got the Zulus, the Xhosas, the Vendas, the Swahilis, and they're all their different ways of cooking.
Right, because they're all from different regions. Like, you go north, you go west, you go south, and there's different things that grow differently. And so it tastes differently.
Absolutely, yes. And then combine that with all the other countries that came there. Like, for example, Dutch became a language that wasn't like Holland speaking or Dutch speaking. It became known as Afrikaans because there was an influence of all these other countries there. So it's like Hebrew and gibberish. You know, it's like
kind of special dialect.